Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm totally honored and I'm grateful. And if you do have any questions, type them in. I'd love to try to answer them. If I get to see them, I don't know. And we're here every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, my time, Mountain Standard Time. I'm in the Boulder area. And there's no charge for this. I just love to do this. And it's a communication, it's a in with people uh, to show my accessibility and availability in wanting to help you. And that's all that I want to do in my life. So, and then last night we had our healing circle, which was pretty packed. It was awesome. It was full of life. And um, let's see, there's no charge for that either. And that's strictly for working with people. No conversation, or very little conversations, I should say. And then the 15th, which is next Tuesday, I believe, at noon, there's going to be a free mini workshop that I'm giving. And you'll have to sign up for that. Either go to the website, markearlix.com, or you can go to, let me see all these messages here, uh, markearlix.com. And let me resize it. Nope, still not coming through, so, Lynn. Not happening for some reason, no matter what I do. Darn. I'm not getting any comments whatsoever, and I'm so disappointed. In any case, um, so let's see here. What was I saying here? Um, the On the 15th, next Tuesday, is a free mini class at noon, and the mini class is really awesome. It's an hour long, or up to an hour. It's supposed to be less than that, but we're having it at an hour. And the uh, mini class is going to be on meditation your way. And I'm going to show you the simplicity and the ease in doing meditation. And you're just going to really get into it. And you'll see how accessible it is to you. And so replays of that will also be available. So if you do miss out on it, it will be available at no charge, of course. And then if you missed the last class, it's a 4-day class and it's a full workshop. And I give those once a month. Uh, a good amount of people show up to those. And they're also listed on the website, markearlix.com. Uh, I highly recommend you don't miss any of the future ones. And it's again once a month, and it's going to be on the art of healing. So please take advantage of that. It's for 4 days, and it will also be an hour and a half a day uh, for the 4 days, and it's packed with intensity. And there'll be exercises, there'll be questions and answers. It'll be a great format that you'll feel free to ask anything you want that pertains to the genre that we're talking about. And it's going to be an intensity on healing. And it's literally an art. It's not the normal for healing that people do. It, it goes into uh, my world of understanding and application of it. And you'll see that there'll be some lecture, but mostly interactions, and which will take you deeper and deeper into your understandings of it. So, uh, and for anyone who does take the workshops, they'll always have access to it on YouTube on a special channel on YouTube with and Lynn, my help, my assistant, the hub of a lot of the operations. She's in Canada and she can do it all the way from there. So, which is really technically marvelous and wonderful. I love it. Let's see what else is there, and that's going to be on the Art of Healing. That will be in January, and we'll be putting up the link for that and information for that So please don't miss it. And it'll also be on the Facebook pages, Mark Ehrlich's, and also this Facebook page, Spiritual Healing with Mark Ehrlich's. And I want to thank Lynn for being here. And Lynn, if you get to put any information on the bars, please put the website link up and etc. And do what you can. I can't see anything. Nothing showing up on my page here on the Facebook page. I don't know why that is, but it's kind of typical right now for Facebook for me. So for tonight, feel free to post any questions. Excuse me, it wouldn't even do any good because I'm not going to be able to read them. But we have plenty of information and plenty of things to do. Let's see. I'll talk about spirituality or healing or understandings that you might have. And I do have some things that people have written me in the past day. I still can't see it, Lynn. I get a picture on my watch, but that's it. And my apologies. Darn it. And let's see where my thought was broken in my focus. And this is what I'm there for. So you can, the people have written questions that they wanted answered for the past day or two, and I will do everything I can to be able to do that. Let me see if I click on this. Nope, still nothing. Darn it. Any case, I can't get it, Lynn, and still have the screen up. My apologies to everyone. But I'll click on the notifications link in a minute and see if I can read stuff there. Let me see. The topic in spirituality healing. Okay, got that. And also, I wanted to mention, if you go to my website, there's a button there for, and Lynn, if you can put this up too, if you see it. You'll see a tab on my website for supporting and gifting. It's so very important. There's so many people now that I'm meeting, especially, and these are the ones that I'm concerned about, that are without, and that are actually their families, actually, and individuals that were able to survive before, that were able to have something in their life. Now they have nothing, and I love to give. And I meet them every day. I love to be able to give either money and or food. And so what you're doing is not only helping them, you're helping to support us to be able to help and to stay on, and but you're helping them to be able to eat and or have a little money in the pocket so they can go get something or whatever. And it's none of my business what they do with the money, but I do know they're hungry. And so that's all that matters to me. And also, it helps to keep us going, and it helps you. I know that when a person gives, it's very, very important, and the Spirit loves it, and the Spirit loves to give back. So keep that in mind, everyone, please. If anyone is interested in an appointment with me, please feel free to write either Lynn or write me directly or call me directly at 888-380-6388. Everything also is up on the website for contact information. If someone is in need, let me know. Even if you don't have enough for the full workshops that are being offered that are paid for, I can help you with that. If you need an appointment with me, let me know. And I can help you some with that as well. So everything is available. Let me see here if there's any questions that I can pull up from before. All right, here's one from Pat, my friend Patty. If you have time for the question, please, could you explain or elaborate on what it means to see dark or black when you meditate or visualize. I always, 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 always see dark or black. The black is, I call it the fertile ground of God. I believe with all my heart, and there's nothing to be afraid of. Black is almost like the soil within the mind of God. And uh, the things that I perceive come through that soil, or the activity that moves through that soil. It's the soil, the rich soil within the mind of God. We see things in it. I never focus on the black. I just know that it's there. We can't see light without black. We can't see any color. We can't see image without black. It's just not possible. The black is the fertile soil within the mind of God, where all things come forth from, where they blossom from, where light comes from, and comes forth from, I should say. So that's my answer. And I know that image comes from black as well. And we wouldn't be able to see light without it. We wouldn't be able to see form without it. And so that's my take on that. I think that's a great question. Great question. Ethel wrote me, thanks so much for our session. My sister-in-law will be coming tonight. Fantastic. And let me see here. Thank you so much. And she wrote about her heart issues. I just had a session with her sister-in-law, and she mentioned that she was feeling stronger after being ill and in the hospital. And I had asked her during the healing circle last night if I mentioned that you have heart situation you've been concerned about, and she said no. But later she wrote me at night, and I love this stuff when people remember. But what I remember as the call ended, it was an appointment. When the call ended, is that my heart rate seemed to be, as she remembered, always on 111 for the lower heart rate, and which is normally 70, which is very normal for a person. And she was concerned about that. So I was seeing that as well. And usually when I see things, I'll mention them in some way or form, and to help people to remember things that were actually causes of other things, or that are on their mind quite often, that disturb them, that create other situations in the future. So I'm able to break that sequence of events where it no longer will be a concern of theirs. And so and she wrote, funny how I forgot that. And my friend also wrote, when I'm doing these events online, some people quite often, and she was telling me that she hears, when I'm working with her, she hears a high-pitched sound. And quite often, many people tell me that when I'm working with them, and then a lot of people will hear that high-pitched sound. It's nothing with my computer. It's a really good quality computer, and it's not your computer. It's a lot of people that are hearing it, and that's what I contribute to the juice of God. And so, and it's an indication of something, who knows what, but I call it the juice of God. And I say, okay, boss, something's happening. That's spirit moving through, regardless whether you believe in Buddha, Muhammad, Yahweh, Christ, or just spirit or source, or whatever it should be. It's moving. It's something's happening, and we're just able to pick up on, or some people are able to pick up on the audio of it. And as the electricities are happening, whatever. Who knows? And so that's what that sound is, and it happens quite often with people. As I do work with them. My friend Jackie, she wrote, interesting. I was just thinking about something that I had mentioned online. She had heard it on NPR talking about how the fires have in the past ultimately released new life in the forests, and there's always a regeneration going on in life, and so that new life can come forth always, and that's the way our earth is composed to do. And so it even happens within us as well. We're constantly dying, and not only physically our cells are shedding, our organs are regenerating as much chance as we give them to do that, but there's a release that's happening with it, and it's important to keep that in mind. So we're always dying, and death doesn't have to be bad. Death has a really recreative aspect to it all. Even emotionally, we're dying all the time, and but we're taking things personal, which is inhibiting the regrowth. As we don't take things as personal, we get to regenerate emotionally, mentally, physiologically, in many, many ways. And so I think the idea is to be objectively observant in life, and that helps us in the emotional and physical and mental perceptions and regenerations and whatever. So that's my thing. And then a friend of mine, Kathy, she wrote, let me see here. Hi, Mark. Could you speak some on the Mobius? Is this related to the Mobius strip? Had not heard of this before. Thank you. Mobius. The way I relate to Mobius is it's almost like the old time Windows screensaver, where you have, it almost looks like a webbed cloth, and it's going in all different directions, folding and unfolding within itself. I call this, I refer to it as the Mobius, but I call it the breath of life, the dance of life, the breath of God. And these are the things that I perceive when I'm working with a person. And it's also what I teach, is to perceive of that Mobius. All right. If anyone wants me to post, Lynn just wrote a post. No one has posted anything regarding working with them. If anyone would like me to work with them, I'd be more than happy to. We have several minutes left yet, and or if anyone has a question, please feel free. A lot of people here. My friend Gary is here. He was the one who helped me with Nightingale Conant, the publishing of my audiobook. It was incredible, totally incredible. An incredible response as well from all over the world. So please feel free to share. I can't believe I'm having this situation with Facebook and the live video. Something has to be done about this. So again, don't forget to if you go to the homepage, www.markerolex.com, the webpage, and feel free to set up an appointment with me or see the events or whatever your heart's desire. If you need help in that, gladly. And the workshops are available to everyone. I don't want anyone to feel left out because they're broke or they're lacking in any way. So please feel free, to request from me, talk to me, or talk to Lynn about the workshop. And with the appointments, contact me. And Lynn can be reached at admin at markehrlichs.com. That's her email address for us. I'm here for you in every way, and I will, in the appointment, give everything I can. Most people will experience something most immediately, and others it'll be incrementally. And people even will experience something walking down the street 2 weeks or 2 months later, saying, "Oh my God, when did this leave me?" And I think that oftentimes, not all the time by any means, oftentimes we carry bruises within us. And the bruise from early in life that we're born into. It might be a birthing process or that has affected people, or it might be something that happened in grammar school or at an early young age, witnessing something or experiencing something emotional, or it might be a mental perception that we've developed in our lives. These things contribute to later in life. That's why I call it a bruise. It's just like someone coming up to you, as I always say in an analogy, giving you a knuckle sandwich. And after you realize what happened, or right when it's happening, you say, "Ow!" That's the shock trauma that affects you in life. And then that shock trauma, it doesn't always get processed. So it goes into what I call the bruise of the black and blue. Then it eventually turns into, say, a dark green, and then a light green, and then a yellow, and then or an orange or whatever. And well, that's what we go through in our emotional and mental shock traumas as well. Of our perceptions of things we've witnessed, things we've read that shocked us, things we've experienced in life, that's what shocks us. And later in life, that is maintained there quite often. And so during that time, we develop patterns based around those things, and we're always subject to them. And our life, it almost like correlates with that new pattern or some form of destructive living, and within us or around us in our activities or whatever. And we live like this. So I say, why not come to someone like myself and let me help you to find that, if that should be the situation of it. If it's not an injury or something that just happened to the body, that sometimes contributes to those things when we have those bruises in our life. And oftentimes I won't guarantee all the time, but I'll see something that I'll be able to relate to you with as we're talking. And I'll bring it up in a conversational way. I'll bring it up in a way that you'll understand it and I can relate it. So those things are available. And let me see if there's any more messages from Lynn here. Nope. Nope, not at all. So, in any case, I've worked with, I remember working with one person, and I told the story before to some people, many, many years ago. At one of the healing circles in Chicago, there was this lady that brought her mother who couldn't speak English, and she was from the European countries. And she came up and she was kind of hunched over in a lot of pain, and she was maybe around 80, 85 years of age. And I said, "What's wrong?" And she told me that her mother, since she was a young child, had this back problem where her spine was distorted and crooked and painful all the time. And so in the center of the circle, she held her mother up, and I worked with her mother. And I saw that as I was working with her, I was wondering what the cause was. I didn't have any idea. And so I kept feeling the energies get greater and greater as I went down and down and down, scanning her. And I finally got to her knee, um, and I saw her as a little girl, maybe 5 or 7 years of age. I don't remember what I had said back then, but between 5 and 7. And she was in this forested area, and she was with 3 other children her age, both boys and girls. And um, she was jumping over this stream. She was the last one to jump over, and she slipped on a rock. And it it was a magnetic rock. My perception was, and she went down on her butt, and she hurt herself. But it threw her body's magnetics out of sync. And I said, I saw this. So I told her what I saw, and she's translating to her mother, and the mother says, in her language, I remember, and she told me, I remember, the girl did, I remember, her mother said. And so I worked with the magnetics in her body, and it was really easy for some reason, and it was almost like they went back into sync with her body. They were knocked out of sync with that fall since she was a little girl. And for the first time, her mother had no more pain. And the whole thing took maybe about 5 or 7 minutes or something like that. But it was quite a neat thing that had happened. Hey, I got a question. What is it, Lynn? Please, can you type it out, and I'll try to answer. Or for anyone that wants me to work with them, I'd be more than happy to. If you can communicate with Lynn on the subject box or the comment box, that would be great. I'm so happy Mary's here. Mary Edwards, thank you so much for being here. Sushian asks if Andrew has ADD. Yes. Yes, he does. And also, and I won't work with anything emotional. And but I'll just give you that straight out answer. My perception. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything medically, and I won't ever claim that I do. You asked me a question, and my perception spiritually was yes. So that was my take. And I won't diagnose, I don't prescribe, and I don't tell anyone they're healed. I let people pretty much tell me what's happened with them in their life. So my perception, spiritually speaking, is yes on that. But there's also emotional issues with father and mother that need to be worked with and reassured for him. Including the pressures that he feels. So, good question. Please, anyone else have a question that I can try to answer, and or anything you want me to work with, I'd be more than happy to. I'm getting Lynn's texts on my phone. Please, anything I can try to answer, and I'll be more than happy, or work with. I'd love to work with someone. If someone has something they'd like me to work with, please feel free. It has to be physiological, though, a body part, and only one thing pertaining to the body. Veena Devi, hey, oh my gosh. Hi, how are you? Thanks for being here. Hey, Cheryl Ann, hey, how are you? Thanks for being here. I'm really grateful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I know Patty is or was here. I cannot see anyone, any comments or anything, so we're going to be cutting it short tonight. And what I'm doing is, I know that you're here because Lynn is texting me, because my Facebook is not coming through for me. Thank you all so much for being here, and I apologize for the shortness of all this. There is just no Facebook functioning here. And yeah, please, thank you so much. Hashtag you guys rock. And let me put that in, matter of fact, hashtag you rock. blessings to everyone, and saying my adieus. And thank you so much, and it won't be this way next week. And Evelyn, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, please go over the replay of this as soon as I post it in a couple minutes. And there were some questions that I answered from people at the beginning, and some comments that I had made. So, blessings, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Bye-bye.